Hey, how's it going, guys? It's done, finally. The Dragoon is ready to go. The guide is ready. I can finally start the guide, I guess. So, Dragoon. You can't much to say about it. It's actually a lot of fun. So let's just get right into the abilities and all that kind of stuff. So, level 1, True Thrust. Great. Combo starter. We'll get into the combo abilities here in a little bit. Level 2, Feint. On the GCD, not really useful if you're, PvEing, maybe PvP, but who PvPs in this game? Level 4 is, Verpole. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Is, Verpole. Verpal? Verpal Thrust, whatever. Purple. It's now called Purple Thrust. Verpal Thrust, deals a potency of 100 unless you combo it with True Thrust. So again, True Thrust, Verpal Thrust. Another combo. Then Leg Sweep, which is just a stun you want to use because it's off the GCD. Just use it to use it for damage. Otherwise, use it to stun. Heavy Thrust. This is one of those abilities where it delivers an attack of 100, unless you hit it from the flank, 170. Its additional effect is increases damage by 15% for 24 seconds. Keep that up 100% of the time. That's important. Piercing Talon, just a little range thing to pull adds from a range if you're soloing content. Otherwise, don't really use it. Life Surge ensures your critical damage from their first weapon used. While Life Surge is active, damage will be dealt as absorbed up to 10% of your maximum health. So it ensures your critical strike. You want to use this as part of your bursty rotation opener. Invigorate gives you 500 TP because of a trait. We'll go over traits in a little bit. Full Thrust is a combo ender for... Excuse me. Did I miss? Oh, I missed Impulse Dive. My bad. Impulse Dive is another combo opener that we'll get into in a little bit. Full Thrust is obviously if you don't combo if you don't use your combo action, it deals no damage, 100 potency. But if you combo action right after Verpal Thrust, you'll deal 360. And we'll get to the Blood the Dragon later, but just to kind of tell you what that is, it's a cooldown that you'll get a little later on in the game, and a little later on in our guide. Okay. This dot, Phlebotomize, boom! Phlebotomize deals 107 potency and a damage over 30 for 24 seconds. You want that up 100% of the time, as long as you can keep it up. Blood for Blood, damage cooldown 80 seconds, increases damage by 30% and suffered by 15 for 20 seconds. Use this very wisely. Do not use this on pull. Don't use it when big damage is about to go out or you'll die. Disembowel, again, is a combo action where if you use Impulse Dive, this will light up, and this will deal 220 potency, but also will reduce the target's piercing resistance by 10% for 30 seconds. So you want to keep that up 100% of the time, too. Doom Spike, AoE for AoE. Ring of Thrones. Okay, so this... It delivers attack with potency of 100 to all nearby enemies unless you combo with Heavy Thrust, which is the increased damage for 150. Only use this ability if there is trash. Otherwise, ignore it. Don't worry about it. If you're multiple adds, you can use it to use it. That's what I usually do. Most of the time, I just do my single target rotation. Chaos Thrust delivers attack potency of 100 unless you're behind the target 150, and if you combo action with Disembowel, it deals 200 if you're not behind the target, but if you're behind the target, it does 250. And its combo bonus is it deals another dot for 30% for 35 damage, a duration of 30 seconds. You want that up 100% of the time with Disembowel and Phlebotomize. Yeah, Phlebotomize. And then Blood of the Dragon combo bonus again. Your 2 combo enders, Full Thrust and Chaos Thrust, will give things called Chopper Fang and Claw and Enhanced Wheeling Thrust. We'll get to that a little bit later. So, your traits, I guess this is the Lancer going first since the Dragoon is the job of Lancer. As you level as Lancer, you need a Marauder at 15. Yes, a Marauder at 15 to become a Dragoon. So, I recommend leveling Marauder. It's a lot of fun anyways. Level 8, you get Enhanced Strength. So when you get your every time you level up, you get a little token. Put it in Strength. Nothing else. Don't worry about anything else. Level 14 is Enhanced Feint. Level 16 is Enhanced Strength. Level 20 is Keener Fury. That's just a... Did I miss that? I think I missed that ability. I think I'm missing abilities here. I gotta slow down. This ability right here, Keen Flurry, increases your parry rate by 80 with this talent. Yeah, okay, so it just, you parry more. I thought it was a damage cooldown. I must be thinking of monks. You get Enhanced Leg Sweep, reduces its cast timer. Enhanced Life Surge, recast timer is now 50 instead of, I think, 90 or something like that. Exhilarate increases it to 500 because your spells cost a lot, and you gotta just watch your TP as always. Heavier Thrust, it extends its duration to 24, which is good. Enhanced Blood for Blood, you now deal 30% damage, and it lowers the damage taken to 15, so you actually will take less damage than, say, someone else who's using blood from their additional ability, which is pretty cool. And then Exarate? It probably isn't really in English. Expends disemboweled to duration of 30 seconds. So, again, it makes it easier to keep your stuff up. So now the jumps. So we'll do, don't worry about 52 and 60 right now. We'll go to those in a little bit. So level 30 is Jump. Simple as deliver a jumping attack of 200 potency, return it to your original position. The attack is made. Elusive Jump is a, you jump backwards. It also halves your amenity. So if you're getting close to aggro, we need to get out of something, you just leap back and you're fine. Just be careful. You can't leap off cliffs with this, which is good. Unless people have, and I just never done it myself. So let me tell you something about Disengage. Spine Shatter Dive is a jump with an attack of 170 potency with a stun of 2 seconds. This can be used as a gap closer. I use this a lot as a gap closer on bosses. Say a boss runs away, he's like, I'm going to go over here, and I need to chase him. I will Spine Shatter Dive, with or without cooldowns. Just use it to use it. Power Surge. Increases damage dealt by your single jump or Spine Shatter Dive by 50%. Obviously, you need to stop falling on the floor. Obviously, use this with Jump. So jump is what, 30 seconds? Yeah. So every other jump, you'll get a Power Surge, which is pretty cool. And then at level 50, you get Spine Shattering Dive, which delivers a jumping fire attack based on the potency of 200 to all nearby enemies. Single target AoE, use it. This is a cool looking ability. Again, this is another one of those abilities that are straight up gap closers, but I tend to use this one when I have more cooldowns, so I can deal a little bit more damage with it. Spine Shatter Dive, I tend to use that kind of also on cooldown, basically. Okay. So, well, should I talk about level 50 rotation? Yeah, okay. So let's say you have queued for a dungeon, you have just reached level 50, congratulations, you're 10 more levels away, but you still don't quite understand your rotation, and when you get into dungeons, or you do your daily trial, or your daily main scenario, you kind of want to know your level 50 rotation, like, what do I do? What's my opener? What's this? What's that? What do I need? What am I prepared for? So, always, here I'll give you kind of a lowdown on how I start before I actually start doing it. I start off with a heavy thrust. I go into a impulse dive, followed by a disembowel, followed by a chaos thrust. Then I do phlebotomize. And in between this and this, I'll pop my cooldowns. While I'm also on global, I will use this or one of my jumps. So, for instance, walk up to a target. I do heavy thrust, impulse, power surge, internal release, disembowel, jump, chaos thrust, leg sweep, phlebotomize, dive, or spine shatter dive, verbal thrust, life surge, full thrust, and dragonfire dive. And then from there, you continue with a priority system of keeping heavy thrust up, and either using true thrust combo or impulse combo. So you see how everything's getting low. I'll just refresh all this, use dive during globals. Same thing with leg sweep, use that during globals. Phlebotomize, just make sure you keep everything up. so nothing falls off. You know, Mercy Stroke, because why not? You know, make sure you're beside your target and make sure you're behind your target for Chaos Thrust and for that's breakfast. For a Heavy Thrust. It's important for just more damage, obviously. Also, one thing I'd like to mention, if, say, you're fighting trash, if you notice that, say you're just behind your target and you just refresh a Heavy Thrust, this will not proc, but if you go beside the target, this will proc. So, you have to make sure it has to deal the bonus damage for that ability to proc. Now, let's get on to the Heavenward abilities real quick. So again, with your level 50 rotation, just repeat Impulse Drive, Disembowel, Chaos Thrust. In between cooldowns, make sure you're using Blood for Blood, Eternal Release, Leg Sweep, Power Surge, and Jump, and Spine Shatter Dive, and Dragon Fire Dive. Be sure you're using those. Very important to kind of manage your global cooldowns and your no global cooldowns. But I think it's like really the only one, like this one. So I guess also we could get into so obviously for monk you want Eternal Release as just a DPS cooldown. I use this as a healing cooldown just in case. This is just another damage ability to use when the target's below 20%, and this as just kind of a healing cooldown. You can go with really, I don't know if Second Wind's still any good. Like, I don't really use it. And then you can also use Foresight, or I don't know if Dragoons use Fracture. I know monks can do sometimes, but I really don't know. So it's all up to you. Don't worry about Skull Shatter. You don't need that at all. I don't know why they'd even have that. Anyways, now let's get into, why did I close that? Let's get into the level 60 stuff. Let's get into the good stuff. The stuff that makes this class a little bit more fun than it looks at level 50. Level 50, it's kind of boring. In my opinion, because it's the same thing, but it's the same thing at level 60 pretty much, unless you don't fuck up. So, level 52 is Battle Linthy, which is increases your critical rate of you and your nearby party members. So make sure you are nice and close to your party members. It's not very big. It's only 15 yards or yams or whatever they call it here. Lambs, bams, boom, bam, bam, bam. 15 yards. Make sure you're nice and close. Always do this pre-pull. Because in pre-pulls, most of the time you guys are nice in a clumped up little ball. You're just like, bah! And then it's like, death and destruction. 54, you get Blood of the Dragon. So, increases the potency of Jump and Shadow Dive by 30%, lasts 15 seconds. However, it gives you additional effect of grants Sharper Fang and Claw, or Enhanced Wheeling Thrust when completing a combo with Chaos Thrust or Full Thrust. And it extends the duration... it extends the duration, I think, by like 15 seconds. Yeah, and it only goes up to 30 seconds. And the effect ends upon reuse or upon using a weapon skill other than Fang and Claw or Wheeling Thrust. So, you have to end your combo. So, delivers attack potency of 200, but if you're beside the target, you deal 290 when executed from the flank. And it can only be executed under Blood of the Dragon and Chopper Fang and Claw. So every time you finish a Full Thrust or a Chaos Thrust combo, this unlocks. And then go into Wheeling Thrust, which is the same thing except from behind. So it deals a potency of 200 and 290 when behind. So you either want to be beside or behind. Now, this is purely RNG which one you get. You can get nothing but Fang and Claw or nothing but Wheeling Thrust. So just hope for the best. It also can go in between, so make sure you position yourself right every time. And then level 60 is called Guerre School, which delivers attacks of 200 potency to all enemies in a straight line in front of you. It can only be executed under the effect of Blood of the Dragon. Reduces the duration of Blood of the Dragon. Be very careful with this ability. If you just spam the shit out of this ability, are you? Oh yeah. So. And we are back. I totally did not DC for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Don't mind me. Hardy, hurdy, her. Okay, anyways. As I was saying before, we were on level 60. Don't spam this ability. Do not. You will lose. I tend to use it if I'm above, say, like 20 seconds, or my next wheeling thrust or sharper fang. Sharper fang and claw will go over the 30-second limit. So just be very, very careful. Okay. Let's start off with the opening rotation. Again, the level 50 thing is basically the same thing. The only things you're going to implement into your opener now is Blood of the Dragon, Battle Linny, something like that, and Sharper Fang and Claw and Wheeling Thrust. So you'll basically do the same thing you did at level 50. So basically, again, what I do is I will Heavy Thrust, Impulse Dive, Blood of the Dragon, Blood for Blood, Disembowel, Internal Release, Power Surge, Chaos Thrust, Jump, Pulse Dive, Spine Shatter Dive, True Thrust, Verbal Thrust, Stun, Life Surge, that, Wheeling Thrust, I forgot my dot, sometimes I forget my dot, and then I repeat, make sure I keep everything up, and make sure you keep everything up, and be sure to use, so you see how this is like 25 seconds, I'll use it, because the next time I use it will probably cap out, so you want to keep this up again 100% of the time, because it's a lot of your damage. So again, you get Wheeling Thrust, use it from behind. Don't let Heavy Thrust fall off like I do. Make sure you refresh your dots. Use your cooldowns as they come up. So, Spine Shatter Dive, don't forget that, it's important. Then it's kind of hard to think at the same time for me, this game. So, seeing as my things are falling off, use them again. This is why I kind of do the gameplay too, just to show off the rotation a bit more. So, see, this is the only RNG this class has. So keep Heavy Thrust up. I'm going to use an ability again. Gonna Power Surge. This is going to be a close one. And see a Sharper Fang Complex. I go to the side of the boss. Saved it. That was too close. So now you just kind of repeat what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. Sharper Fang Claw. Go to the side of the boss. Refresh this. And make sure you get up. Disembowel and Chaos Thrust your dot again. You want to get Disembowel up before you get your dots up, so your dots will deal more damage. Again, same thing with cooldowns. I believe Dot Snapshot, like they do with the Summoner, which that guy's going to be fun. So that's why I usually pop all my cooldowns before I get my dots up. So yeah, that's your basic rotation for the Dragoon. Make sure you refresh Disembowel, keep up Chaos Thrust, keep up Phlebotomize. Also, make sure you finish your complete combo. So if you see Heavy Thrust is about to fall off, or your dot's about to fall off, Phlebotomize, do not end your combo. And here's why. If you end your combo, you see this goes away. So make sure you finish your combo completely and then reapply Heavy Thrust and your dots. Or else you'll probably lose Blood of the Dragon, which you don't want to lose. So that's just about everything. Is it? Yep. So basically, it's very simple. This is one of the more simpler classes. So if you are first getting into this game, I recommend a Dragoon as your first, unless you want to pick, something else to play besides, just use your, just another thing is use your jumps in between globals, so you got all that kind of stuff going for you. And basically use your jumps on cooldown as they come off cooldown. Something very important I should talk about. So if you notice when I jump or use any of my dive abilities, so for instance when I use this, I'm in an animation lock, I can't move. Make sure you time your jumps right. Don't just spam jumps. So for instance, as you can see here, when I jump, I'm locked in place until I land, and then I can move. So just be very careful on that. I've died quite a few times to jumping, and then a boss is like, massive AoE, and I just get shit on. So heads up on that one, big guy. Just saying. Just a heads up. Alright, just... If you're watching this and you're always wondering why you see Dragoons tanking floor very fast, it's because they probably either A, stood in something, or B, jumped, got caught in animation lock, and boss like smacked the poor guy across the face and outright killed him. That's gonna happen. Just be warned. And so yeah. So again, in my opener, I did forget to use this ability right here. Reason why I didn't use it is just I should have. I forgot to, basically. Again, I forget to do things when I'm talking. It's very hard to talk and think at the same time. So, I'm a human being, okay? So, this is why most of this stuff is usually written down sometimes. Sometimes I throw it off my head. But make sure you use this on cooldown in the beginning of a fight, especially in dungeons and raids, sure. Alright, so I think that's it for this guide. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy the other content on the channel. If you do, please subscribe. If you did, please like. More videos are coming up. I forgot to upload a video yesterday. I got kind of busy yesterday, and I don't know why, but I just didn't. I just couldn't. There's something wrong with me. But no, I see my head. Just whatever. So I'm gonna get some videos up today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm thinking about bringing back Metal Gear. I want to get back into that game. I stopped playing for some reason. I just ran out of time for some reason. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the gameplay. And the next guide coming up will be the Summoner, because the Summoner is level 60. Followed by Bard. Then after I finish those guides, I'm going to talk about the hardest versus the easiest DPS in the game. Which one is easier, which one is harder. And my final thoughts on all the DPS. And then I think I'm finally going to level that warrior I wanted to level a long time ago. But I was like, I'll just level DPS first. And then I'm going to level that warrior. And I think that'll probably finally be it for me leveling. I mean... This game, it's like when I play World of Warcraft, I have the same ranks in it. But anyways, we'll talk about that in the gameplay. Because gameplay gotta have something to talk about, right? Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next... in probably like 10-15 minutes. See you!